Okay, so we're here at the job and we're doing torch down for this customer. And you can see my man Arturo, he has overlaid the wood, which is the pitch part, and we're tying it in to the flat part. Now what happens, most companies, they will only seam the flat zero texture torch down material up to the shingle. But as we do at Premier, we put it underneath for an extra layer of protection. This tie-in is very critical. Most roofers unfortunately don't do it properly, and then the customer will have many leaks. Go ahead, Arturo. Okay, so what you just saw is the petroleum being blowtorched and heated up. That's to activate it, get it very glowing. So now that the material is activated underneath, that material is like tar. It sticks to the wood, it's torched in. And this flat roof will be a 20-year Title 24 flat roof when we're done. You can also see here Arturo is basically creating a seal. He puts pressure, which basically... So you can see as he puts pressure on it, the petroleum bleeds out and creates a seal. Now if you take a look at the entire roof, the flat roof, you can see how we've sealed it with petroleum underneath. And this is going to be leak proof with a 20-year guarantee. Okay, so here we see the crew members have started the shingle row. They're going from the bottom to the top towards the valley and towards the ridge. And the other thing that we see is the Surnell technology coming into play. The wonderful thing about the Owens Corning Surnell technology is it's very easy to create that chalk line. So it saves us all that time creating a nailing line, or it's known in the business as a chalk line, because the strip is embedded into the shingle itself. The other nice thing is you can see that the men have nailed directly in to the Surnell technology. And what this does is it absorbs the impact from the nail gun, from the air hammer. So what that means to our customers is that you don't have to worry about shingle blowing up on you, because when you nail directly into composition shingle, it causes little micro tears. Today's actually a windy day here in Oxnard. In windier areas, you'll find a lot of houses that have shingle blow off. And what happens is, it's because the roofers nailed directly into the shingle, causing those micro tears. And as those micro tears get bigger and bigger and bigger, the nail pops out and then the shingle blows off. Hold on one second, Phil. All right. So here we are, and we're going to take a look at how Surnell technology works. It's so great because we don't have to use a chalk line anymore. The chalk line is the fabric right here in the shingle. This is the Surnell technology. So that's our nailing line. No more chalking out the roof. The other good thing is, go ahead and put one in, Arturo. You can see there, go ahead and do that again. Look how fast that was. So we know exactly where we're nailing. The most important thing here is we're not nailing into the actual shingle, we're nailing into the fabric. Now this is what gives Owens Corning cool definition shingle its wind resistance rating. This shingle is rated at 135 miles per hour. When you drive around your neighborhood and you see shingles blowing off roofs, you see little, like over there on that roof, right in the middle, and then right on the end, you see shingles missing. Why does that happen? Well, when you nail directly into composition shingle, it causes tiny little micro tears. Eventually, those tears get bigger and bigger and bigger, and then what happens is the nail pops out. When the wind comes, the shingle flies right off the roof. So with the Owens Corning system, that doesn't happen, specifically because of the Surnell technology. So the men have begun to install the drip edge as well. And the drip edge is very important. It's flashing. You can see this little bevel right here is curved out. So this material is probably the least expensive material on the whole job, but by far the most important. So what would happen if the men were to just leave this open like that? As we saw on the last job on Rebecca's house in Simi Valley, she didn't have drip edge. So the water slopes down and then returns right under here and rots out the exterior wood, fascia board, as well as the shiplap inside the eave. It can also affect the rafter tails right here. So by putting in the drip edge, and as you can see, we're using a nice generous piece of drip edge, it's not a little skinny piece. What happens as the water comes down, it's going to hit the flashing, which is called drip edge for a reason. It drips right off, and it'll either drip directly to the ground, or if the customer wants to put gutters on, it'll drip into the gutters.